Hi everybody, today I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to heal your microbiome and correct any imbalances in your gut microbiome by addressing the root cause of what's going on here. So a healthy, diverse gut microbiome is absolutely key to your overall health, yet due to things like environmental toxins, heavy antibiotic use, poor diet, and inheriting a poor microbiome from your parents, so many people are suffering with gut dysbiosis nowadays. Now, gut dysbiosis is the term for when you have an imbalance in your gut microbiome. So you have an overgrowth of a lot of bacteria and yeasts and funguses and microbes that are causing symptoms in your body, causing discomfort, bloating, bacterial infections, things like that. Now, this can manifest in a lot of ways. Some of the most common are bloating, gas, abdominal pain or pressure, constipation, diarrhea, yeast infections, UTIs, leaky gut, autoimmune disease, SIBO, and a lot more. So your gut microbiome influences a lot of areas of your health. So today I'm going to share with you just a very simple 3-step process to address all the primary root causes of gut dysbiosis and to restore your microbiome. If you don't know me already, my name is Kaylee. I'm a certified nutritionist and gut health specialist, and I love helping people to heal their chronic gut issues at the root using very natural, holistic principles like ancestral nutrition. So step number 1 is to stop contaminating your body with things that cause microbe overgrowth and imbalance. So this is going to be things like toxins such as heavy metals, fluoride and chlorine, which are very common in tap water, EMFs, so Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 5G, things of that nature, hormonal disruptors like hormonal birth control. I actually have a whole video about how you can track your cycle and use that to abstain from sex when you are fertile and use that as birth control. So if you are interested in getting off of hormonal birth control and want to learn how to use the fertility awareness method to track your cycle, I will leave a link down below to my Facebook group where you can join and access that training video if you'd like. Now also there are other toxins that can cause issues. So essentially, when you have a lot of toxins inflowing into your body, your microbes are one of your body's methods of getting rid of these toxins. And certain microbes will overgrow in response to certain toxins because they're better at dealing with it. Parasites is a great example. Parasites are very large. They're larger than bacteria and yeasts. So they can overgrow in your body if you have tons of heavy metals in there, because they can go around and eat all the heavy metals, travel through your body, and then exit in your stools and take all those heavy metals out with them. This can also happen with candida and yeasts and all sorts of different bacteria. So essentially, if you have tons of toxins coming in, certain microbes are going to start overgrowing to try to deal with those toxins and get them out of your body. So by cutting off that toxin flow or drastically decreasing it, your body won't start overproducing certain microbes that, yes, they will deal with the situation and that's wonderful and helpful, but they'll cause a lot of uncomfortable symptoms in the process, like a yeast infection or athlete's foot or something like that, or a UTI. It's helping to deal with the situation, but it's going to make you really uncomfortable in the process. Now, there are other things that will cause this microbiome overgrowth and imbalance that you're going to want to stop consuming. So another one is going to be sugar. Sugar and just like processed foods, processed carbs, they will feed certain microbes more than others, which will cause an overgrowth of those certain microbes that again can lead to these symptoms like bloating and bacterial infections and things like that. Artificial sweeteners is another. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm not gonna have sugar, I'll have stevia instead, or I'll have monk fruit, or I'll have aspartame or sweet and low or whatever it is, or sugar alcohols, don't do that. There is so much research on how horrible those are for your microbiome. They do not go well. They actually oftentimes lead to far more weight gain than sugar because they're so much sweeter. So do not have those artificial sweeteners. They're going to be really bad for your microbiome. Alcohol is another thing that is horrible for your microbiome. Also, over-the-counter pain relievers like ibuprofen, Aleve, Advil, naproxen, Tylenol, anything like that. And then, this is probably going to fall more in the toxin category, but pesticides like glyphosate are just awful for your microbiome. And then another thing is medication can be really harmful as well. So absolutely antibiotics, but also PPIs, antacids, antidepressants, things like that are going to be really harmful for us. So these are all things that you want to cut out so that you won't be causing a microbe overgrowth. And when microbes overgrow, they're not bad inherently, but when they overgrow, they cause a lot of uncomfortable symptoms and problems. Even if they're dealing with some situation, like they're trying to get the toxins out, it's still going to be uncomfortable. And if you don't cut off that toxin flow, it's just going to keep happening and it won't end. So then the second step is you need to cut out things that morph your microbes into dangerous L forms. So for a long time, we thought that antibiotics and antibacterial soaps and hand sanitizers and cleaners killed microbes and killed bacteria, but that's actually not true. What they do is they destroy the cell wall, and they thought that if you destroy the cell wall, you've killed it. But actually, these bacteria and pathogens morph into what's called L forms, or cell wall deficient bacteria. And these L forms are a lot more dangerous because they're more like blobs. They're not contained by that cell wall, and they can wiggle their way into different tissues. They can actually enter your cells, and they can enter the nucleus in your cells and cause a lot of problems. These are primarily caused by antibiotics. It is the main thing that will morph your bacteria and microbes into those L forms. So it's a huge thing that you want to cut out, and you really only want to use it if you absolutely have to. Always explore alternatives if you can. If it's like you're going to die without it, absolutely take antibiotics, but they get pushed way too often, and a lot of times they're just going to do so much more harm than good. Another cause can be those antibacterial soaps, hand sanitizers, harsh cleaners, like I mentioned. Pretty much anything that says kills 99.9% of bacteria or microbes or viruses or whatever it says on there, those are horrible for your microbiome. So you definitely want to cut those out. Instead, for most things, just use a plain, good quality soap. You can use bars of soap for washing yourself or washing your hands. You can use tallow-based soaps are excellent, or goat milk soaps are really good. Just make sure it's very clean. And then Castile soap is great for cleaning. It's great for dishes. It's great for laundry. It works so well. And then when it comes to like cleaning your home, baking soda, vinegar, white vinegar, and water, just mix, is excellent. The Castile soap can come in handy. So things just like that are going to be so much friendlier to your microbiome and just make you so much healthier. So then the third step is going to be you want to cultivate a diverse, balanced microbiome. So these are going to be the things that you can add in to help heal your microbiome. So your diet is the absolute most powerful healer. So you're going to want to have meat stock or bone broth at least 2 cups a day. Feel free to go way beyond that. In order to heal. You also want to have fermented foods. So this can be fermented veggies, it could be kimchi, it could be sauerkraut, it could be kefir, yogurt, anything like that is going to be excellent for you. You're going to want to go grain-free. Grains are not going to help you if you have been dealing with microbiome issues. They're going to be really hard on your microbiome. If they're not organic, the pesticides are going to be harmful for you. And even if they are organic, they are very starchy. They break down to a lot of sugar. This negatively affects your microbiome. They're just really hard to digest. And if you have undigested food coming into your microbiome, the bacteria and microbes can convert that into toxins. So it's just not a good combination. And then you're going to want to have either an animal-based or ancestral diet or a GAPS diet, depending on how severe your issues are. So ancestral or Weston A. Price style diet is going to be the least restrictive. So if you don't have too bad of issues, that can help you heal. Animal-based, if you're a little more severe, you might need to go that way. And if you have really bad issues, then GAPS is definitely the way to go for it. I will link a video up above and down below about an ancestral diet and what that consists of. And then I will also link one about how to do GAPS intro, which is the strictest form of GAPS, but it is an insane healer. It's amazing what it can do for you. So note that GAPS and ferments will help your microbes revert back to normal if they're L form. So if you've had a lot of antibiotic usage in your life, or maybe your parents had a lot and that's influenced your microbiome, then you can revert them back to normal, which is a wonderful thing. Also, you're going to want to find your natural sugar and starch sweet spot. So I have had plenty of clients still eat fruit, still eat potatoes and other natural starchy foods like squashes and things like that, and heal their microbiome. Yet I have had other clients who just get so stuck there, and they really do have to decrease their fruit and starch a lot to heal. So you can always start by still having it and see if it works for you. And then if you aren't seeing the progress you want, cut it out, or you can just kind of cut that way back or out right away to just go at it full force and heal as quick as possible. So it's just up to whatever you would prefer. But in general, sugar from fruit and starches is not the same as sugar from sugar and like white flour and these processed carbs that break down really quickly into sugar. It's not the same, but it is still similar. So yeah, that's just the best way to say it. There's not a concrete answer here. Like I said, many people heal still eating fruits and starches, while other people actually have to cut them out or almost cut them out in order to heal. So just be aware of that and find what works best for you. An example too is I had a client, Jessica, who used to get candida overgrowth. She would get thrush and yeast infections a lot, and I recommended her to cut out the honey she was having and to cut out the sourdough bread. And by doing that, she got her thrush and yeast infections down to what she described as a 1 out of 10, like barely ever having them anymore, just by cutting those out. And she actually didn't have to cut out fruit and starches. She had a pretty well-rounded diet. She ate a lot of different foods, didn't have to cut out that much, but just decreasing or cutting out those two things made a massive impact for her. So those are the things to be aware of. Okay, so then just another reminder, no sugar, no refined carbs, no alcohol, no artificial sweeteners. Those feed certain microbes, lead to overgrowth, lead to bloating, lead to lots of issues. Another reminder, you really want to filter your water with a good quality water filter to get out the fluoride and chlorine, which have a really negative effect on your microbiome. You want to buy organic. Glyphosate is horrible for your microbiome, and so is other pesticides. And then you really want to have time outside in the sun, being barefoot on healthy soil. So not dirt right next to a highway, but dirt way out in nature where you actually have a healthy soil. The microbiome from the earth can influence your microbiome, and you will actually pick up different microbes that are good for you or going to help you, while your body will tend to not pick up the ones that aren't going to aid you. So just having that exposure is really, really helpful in the sun and the healthy soil and all that. So those are the 3 steps to reset your microbiome. They are simple, they're not always easy, but they are very effective, and they also help you to understand just what's causing your microbiome to be off, so you can reverse this at the root and just cultivate a healthy microbiome. I highly, highly recommend that you follow all of this. If you're at the end of the video, you probably already will, but it is so helpful for your overall health. It has helped me so much, and it has has helped my clients so much as well. If you want more help with how to implement these things, if you want more help healing your microbiome, healing chronic gut issues, then I actually offer a program, Ancestral Gut Healing, where I teach you the root causes of your gut issues, how your microbiome works, how your gut works, how your digestive system works, and how you can work with your body through your diet and your lifestyle to correct imbalances and get everything functioning well again so you can overcome your symptoms for good. So if you're interested in that and you want to learn more about what I offer, check out the link down below where you can book a call with me, and I'm happy to share more about what I offer. So yeah, I would love to talk to you if you are interested. And if you liked this video and you want to learn more about healing your gut using an ancestral diet and natural holistic principles, then feel free to subscribe, because I post lots of videos about that. And then yeah, if you know anyone that could benefit from this, consider sharing it with them. Like the video if you liked it, leave me a comment. I love reading your comments. If you have suggestions for future videos, feel free to put them down in the comments. I have been making a lot of videos based off your suggestions lately, so I would love to hear them. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.